This is Greg for Teslafaninsight with your trade blast for today. Trade blast number 2 regarding prepping for trading today on Tesla. Wanted to note this is your last freebie. Those of you who are registered for our trade blast at that tier will be the folks that get this show going forward. So today I wanted to focus on a phenomenon. Well, first of all, it's a Thursday, and we're one day away from seeing what's going on with pinning. Had a conversation with a viewer today, and he asked me what I thought was going to happen when the stock was up at 945. And I said to him, I really think that they're going to figure out how to pin this below 900. And this was obviously yesterday on Wednesday. As you could see, the stock went 955 or so, and then it meandered back down, and it was off a little bit in after hours. The feeling I'm getting about this whole thing is it's similar to, let's say you have a dog, and the dog has a leash that's a certain length. So every day you walk by the yard, and the dog starts charging towards you, but the leash length limits how far that dog will get, regardless of how vicious it might seem. So basically, I bring that analogy up here because I think that there's a situation going on here where um, the leash that the so there's another analogy I want to use is kind of like a super tanker. When it comes to hedge funds, they're like a speedboat in the water, and the large institutional funds are basically like a super tanker. They move very slowly, but when they move, and they run over everything in front of them, including speedboats and shorting hedge funds. That second analogy I think might be more appropriate here, but basically what I'm thinking about is just the fact that there's a problem here, which is um, most of the analysts have green lighted purchase of Tesla stock up to, call it 800, 850. Once you get above that into the 900s, you're kind of above the approved trading range that those large firms are green lighted for. So as you reach up above 900, you're really relying on the folks that are trying to cover their short positions to deliver that higher price. Um, the you know the notable exception would be I want to call it anticipating bigger numbers. So what I mean by that is that if China's numbers starts looking solid, or there are other ways that numbers will push, you can get into a situation where the analysts are going to be anticipating better numbers based on solid results that they see coming in. So one of the arguments made yesterday that I kind of agree with is if in fact solar starts moving, that represents an added revenue stream that allows the analysts to do their reports to add in the potential for that revenue to both short and long-term impact Tesla's stock. So, uh, you know, I guess the other counterweighing against that would be, will Germany come online sooner than later, and how does that affect numbers? I don't know if it's that huge a deal because it wouldn't be coming online until next year anyway. But I do think that the news of ramping on the solar is definitely a short-term revenue bump that has to go into the calculations of the analysts as they figure out the value of the company, combined with the issuance of stock, and just the implication that the debt load that people worry about, if you can get that paid off in 24 hours with a debt issue, is it really that big a deal? So I picked the dog analysis because the hedge funds basically know stock ain't going over 950, or the institutions aren't approved to buy over 950 currently, but that can and will change if significant information is brought forward. So it's my expectation that the stock bounces around its usual 20 to 30 points for a day. Um, but as we get towards the end of the day, we start prepping for the pin at or below 900 a share for all the reasons we've discussed in the past. Look forward to your comments on this. This is Greg for Teslafaninsight with our final, all of our Patreon trade blasts. Please join us at the higher level if you'd like to continue to receive the trade blasts daily. Thanks again and have a great day.